Hi guys, PJ here with another Fallout 76 video. This one being based on a brand spanking new character just coming straight out of the vault, as you can see. Now this is sort of like my top 10 tips of what to do when you're a brand new player. Okay, where to start. So you probably played Fallout 4, maybe some of the older Fallouts even. So you're sort of familiar with the game. But 76 is a little bit different. A few things that might be a little bit confusing to some players. Now personally I've played sort of 2,000 plus hours over 4 characters, 3 platforms. So this is the type of things that would have been useful to me when I first started the game back before release. Because I did start playing it before release, you know, the beta and the test, etc. So hopefully this is useful. This is after Wastelanders and it's just before they're introducing Seasons. So this has been recorded about a week before Seasons gets introduced. And hopefully it's of some use to you. So, tip number 1, the very first tip. We've just set foot outside of the vault. We have a brand new character. Check this guy out. I've just made this guy. He's fresh faced and ready to go, as you can see. There we go. If you're wondering how to work camera mode, well, that's pretty damn easy. There we go. He's happy, look. Looks really happy. No, anyway, he doesn't, does he? Anyway, camera mode. Guys, you press 3-line button on your Xbox One controller and you press Y to go into camera mode. There you go. That's if you're on an Xbox, of course. Okay, so you've come out the vault. This is your view as soon as you come out. First thing to do, look on the ground and look around the surrounding area for either a brown paper bag or something that you think stands out, like a pile of bones on the floor. These are like goodie bags from high-level players. Generally speaking, I have found that the Fallout community for Fallout 76 is really good. It's one of the best communities in gaming that I have found. High level players are normally very good at giving piles of stuff away, okay, because later on in the game you'll actually have too much stuff and the best thing to do is to give it to a brand new player. So look for a bag, look for something on the floor, a gravestone even, because the bag can be different. It can change shape depending if the player has a different design of bag. If it's got plans in it, food in it, stim packs, etc., pick them up. So have a look round. I've even seen them stood on the railing edge here. Okay, once you've done that, because that's tip number 1, this is a freebie, run over here, go to this poor corpse here and pick up the gun. There you go, so you get yourself your first gun. Run back to the middle. Now the quest would tell you to run down these stairs and talk to the robot down there. However, I'm going to say do this. Just hop over the fence, jump is Y on the Xbox controller. There we go, let's go down here. You need resources in this game, okay? I'm not going to drag this out and make the video dead long, but collect wood. It says gather. Now when I first started playing this game, I didn't notice that when you run past wood you could gather it, so I was sort of thinking, well, how do I get the resources? Yeah, seriously, I missed that. So gather some wood. That is your tip number 2. Wood is lying around all over the place as you run down this hill. You can't miss it. There's logs and stuff. Ironically, you can pick wood up that's fallen over, but if you walk up to a tree, you can't. So yeah, you gotta get the stuff that's on the floor. Next up, I mentioned a minute ago that we'd just picked up a gun. Brilliant. There's our gun. Level 1 gun. Yeah, we got 8 bullets for this gun. They're not going to last very long at all. I highly advise the first time you pick up a melee weapon such as a machete or a baseball bat or a sledgehammer to use that, because bullets for the guns are either expensive, which uses your currency, so you'll have a C there for caps and it's on 0 because we've just come out of the vault, so you'll either have to buy them off other players or you're going to have to find gunpowder, lead, steel, etc. to craft them. So highly recommend melee early on in the game. Okay, don't forget to carry on collecting your wood. You're going to need quite a bit of it. Next up, when you've sort of got there, our next one, number 4, is stay in the forest, guys. So if you just run over here, I don't want any sort of spoilers on this about what kicks off in this area. There we go. So if we pull up the map, on the PlayStation this is basically the it's like the select button. Yeah, on the Xbox it's the 3-line button. So this is your map. Stay in the green area. This is known as the forest area, and basically you should be okay wandering around to a degree. If you wander down here to Ash Heap, that's a bit higher, sort of level 10, 15 onwards. Middle of the map where it's sort of sandy coloured, that's sort of 15 to 30 type level. And this area over here, the reddish area, yeah, that's got a higher level. I would say recommended 30 plus to go to that area. This area, again around the 30s. Some of the early quests can take you to the top end of this area. If you're finding it too difficult, yeah, it's because it needs to level up a little bit. So stay in the forest. That's my main one. Stay in the green area, guys. While you're brand new like this, stay over there. Okay, so we're in the forest. And what we're going to do next is the foundation, the cornerstone for everything to do with your character. So as we run down here, you might remember we picked up some wood. Oh dear, we don't want to see him this early on in the game. Any high level player will know what that is, Mothman. And at this level we have 0 chance of killing him. So we don't want to see him, we need him to go away, to be honest with you. I'm stuck. This is not a good new player guide, is it? Do you know this guy is incredibly rare to see? I mean, really rare. To see him fresh out the vault like that isn't... I've never known it. So there you go, there's a first. Okay, while he's watching, and he is watching, what we're going to do is put camp down. Camp is very, very important. Okay, so we're going to go into our build mode by going into Pip-Boy, and then if you look at the bottom there, it says LB, move camp. So we press LB, and we have this thing, which is basically like your settlement. If you played Fallout 4, yeah. Okay, so this is the building block for everything you're ever going to do. Later in the game you'll probably move it. You might move it to mine resources, you might move it to collect water, you might move it for another reason. But either way you're going to put it down to get going. When you've put that down, you can press and hold the touchpad on PlayStation or the double square button on an Xbox controller, and you can put things down. First thing to put down in my opinion would be a floor, and because you've collected wood you can do that straight away. There's a wooden foundation. Put one of those down like so. There's plenty of things you can build. The next thing we're going to build though is, if we go to crafting, this item. This is basically a cooking stove or a cooking area. Okay, there's different ones available. Look, there's tons of different stuff. You have to find the plans for them or buy the plans from other players. Quick tip regarding this particular one and a couple of others. If you see something like this, a red cooking stove for example with an atom symbol in the corner, you buy this from the Atom store using the premium currency. However, if you haven't unlocked the basic version of it, the rusty version like this, you won't be able to put it down even though you've purchased it. So find the basic plan first. This one's padlocked because I haven't got the plan, before you go and buy this. There you go. So we're going to put down our basic cooker. This. There we go. We've built a cooker. Next thing we're going to do is go and get some water. So there's a lake straight down here. It's a straight line. You wouldn't normally meet the bad guy over there. You'd normally meet no one coming to this, to be honest, but hey ho. Such is the life when you're trying to do a quick video. Don't drink the water, guys. It's irradiated. Collect the water. You will get slightly irradiated, as you can see. Don't worry about that. You've got to drink. The character will, you know, not do well without food and water, so we've got to get some. Take it back up to your newly purchased camp. You'll notice there on the compass at the bottom it's telling you where it is. Let's go back up here. Where did I put it? Lost my own camp now. Where's that Mothman gone? Yeah, he's still over there. He can stay there. Okay. We're going to go here. And we're going to click on it. Craft. There we go. Go to drinks. And you notice we've got boiled water. Boiled water consuming 2 dirty water and 1 wood. So they're the resources used to make boiled water. So I'm going to make a load of that. Like so. Click, click, click. There we go. Exit. Okay, so we now have boiled water. We go into our inventory. There's the boiled water. You'll notice on the right hand bottom corner of the screen there, the water droplet. If we drink 1 now, there you go. Your water's refilled. Okay, so there's the basics of keeping your character alive for a drink. Now then, food. You will need the water for what I'm going to recommend. You'll notice on my compass at the bottom, there's a picture of a farm, like a tractor in a field. There's a factory directly in front of us there, that's a wood yard. But in the distance, right over there where my marker is, where my cursor is, look, there's a silo, that's a farm. you go to the field and you can pick some corn up. When you've picked the corn out of the field by walking up to it and clicking on it, go back to your stove, go to food, and you will have corn soup unlocked. Okay, so as soon as you pick the resource, it actually gives you the recipe for it straight away. You don't have to find it. So you'll be able to cook corn soup. The reason corn is so great, corn soup is so great, is because it fills up both bars. It fills up your food bar and your drinks bar. So corn soup, or any other soup for that matter, is a really, really good thing to do low level in the game. Okay, so that was tip number, where are we, 6? 6, yes. So boiled water first, soup second. Next up, travel. Okay, now it's a big map, okay, a really big map. Now when you go anywhere on the map, you normally pay. So if I just hover on someone's camp, there you go, you'll notice that if I click on it, it has a one cap fee to get there. We'll go to one a bit further away. This is a great way of unlocking the map, by the way, fast travelling to other players' camps. Okay, so you can sort of fast travel to another player's camp and go and unlock this building here, so you can fast travel to that in the future. That wasn't available in the early days, so this is a good thing. Okay, that's 12 caps to get to that one. Now then, you may notice that I said earlier on we're on 0 caps. We haven't earned any, we haven't found any. So what we're going to do, don't want to go into build, what we're going to do is, our camp is here, okay? If we'd have put our camp down here, it would have been free to travel to our camp. So, for example, we've unlocked the vault. Fast travel to the vault, 76, is always free. Fast travel to your camp is always free. So you could have a stop off point here, and maybe down here, or further up the map, up here, without it costing you anything. If you subscribe to the premium subscription service Fallout First, you'll also get a tent. Now a tent can be placed anywhere, and it's basically like a little home from home, as the basics, okay? And you can fast travel to that free as well. I recommend you do a bit of levelling up before you think about the subscription service. It is really good value in my opinion, and yes, I do subscribe to it. So you put your tent down and you can use it to travel across the map for free. Okay, moving on. What we got next, guys? We have got teams coming to the game. Right now, as I'm recording this, teams aren't in the game. Okay, but they're coming. They're about a week away from the release of this video. We're currently in late June, so it's very, very soon. What teams is going to be, when you go into your social menu on the right hand side there, you'll be able to team up with other players for base building, resource gathering, quests, general XP. You know, you have options to join other players. You can have up to 4 players in your team. The more players you've got, the more XP bonus you've got. So you may think, well, I like Fallout 4, I like wandering around alone. That's fine. Very rare you're going to bump into another person unless you travel to their camp or you travel to an event on the map where obviously players will gather. But for low levels, if you want to rank up quickly, teaming up is a really, really good thing to do. I've tried it on the test server for this game, and I can highly recommend teaming up to get XP and get you leveled up really, really quickly. So that's coming. Try that out as soon as it arrives. Last of all, fun. Okay, yeah, weird, eh? If you are struggling with something, so you've wandered across the map and you've got a really high level thing that's attacking you, or there's a mission and you can't do it and you keep dying and you're like, God, this is really annoying. One of two things has happened. One, you've probably wandered too far away from the forest area. Not good. It means back off, level up a bit before you go and approach it again. Or 2, if you've got really unlucky, a high level player has sort of spawned in the same area and managed to with him spawned higher level creatures in the area. It is a multiplayer game, people do wander around all over the place. If that happens and you keep having it happen, I suggest you log out and log into another server. It's just unlucky. Generally speaking, this forest region is very, very easy. If you're unlucky, like I am, and you meet this dude, keep the hell away from him. He would definitely kill you. Yeah, he's coming to kill me now, look. It's not good. So that's it. That's my top 10 tips. Number 1, get plans from outside the vault as soon as you leave the vault if anyone's dropped you any. Number 2, get wood when you run out the vault. Number 3, look for a melee weapon early on and keep using the melee weapon rather than the gun. Number 4, stay in the forest. Number 5, put your camp down. It's a free travel location. Try and move it away from the vault a bit so you've got A to B travel without sort of spending anything. Number 6 is soup. Make soup. Number 7, boiled water. All the way around, take your pick. Number 8 is, like I was saying, the fast travel tent, Fallout first option. It's another travel area. Try that. Number 8. No, we've done number 8. Number 9 is teams. Getting mixed up here. Wait for teams to come out, join a team, get some good XP. Number 10, have fun. The game's no fun if you're getting killed over and over. Go back to an easier area, guys. That's it. That's my guide for a brand new player. This is worthless to you if you've been playing the game for a bit. So hopefully for a new player, this is some basics. If you've got any questions at all on Fallout 76, pop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer you. I've done, well, to be honest, I've done every single mortal thing that's available to do in this game. So hopefully I'll know the answer. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time soon. Bye for now.